Kia ora everyone, this episode is a flashback on the very first episode of DC. When I put more of me in it, I had a lot of fun making it. So when I'm back on that goddamn algorithm, I'll make more of these ones for you guys. Anyways, sit back, grab a cat, give it a pat and relax, and let's go have a giggle on DC Chris Coleman. This is a Muppet. This is a Muppet too. This Muppet's called Chris Coleman. He's an American. What did this dumb criminal do? Premeditated familicide. For those people that don't watch true crime, that means that he planned and murdered his family. This is his family. Mental note, Chris, that if your wife looks this hot and your kids are just beautiful, then committing familicide, then you really deserve an episode on this channel. So let me give you a bit of a rundown about this dumb criminal's crime. Now the setup is that Muppet used to work for this chick, Joyce. She's part of the God Squad.
Prayer's a serious business.
Someone was sending threats to old Joyce. Because this guy was a security guy, they started sending threats to him as well. And also to his family. So on the morning that this happened, he, DC, left and went to the gym. Now, while he was at the gym, he says that he made some calls and some texts to his family to check on his lovely and beautiful wife, who he just absolutely adored. And then he couldn't get through to her. So what he did was he called up his neighbor, who just happened to be a cop, and says, "Hey bro, can you go check on my family? Because I'm just not quite sure what's going on. I did text her and blah, 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 blah." So anyway, this cop trottles across the street, jumps into a house and goes, "Oh my God, everyone's dead." What happens is the cop tells Chrissy, "Hey, DC, you gotta come back to your place, mate, there's a bit of trouble." So DC jumps in a Subi and then just rips back to his place and jumps out. But instead of rushing in and screaming, "Oh my God, my beautiful wife and my beautiful kids," no, DC just goes up and sits on the porch and then puts his head between his hands and just starts playing with himself. Yeah, and then the cops go, "Oh, what's he doing?" "Oh, he's playing with himself." "Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it?" So the cops thought, "Oh, that's a bit suspicious, eh? Like, that's a little bit suspicious there, DC." So they said, "Right, let's get you checked up with the ambos, and then we'll bring you down and we'll ask some questions, eh?" And this is what happened. One of the ambos noticed, "Hey, you've got some marks and some scratches on your arms and your hands." And quick thinking as his genius is, he jumped up immediately and then started punching the shit out of the gurney, wrecking up his arms and his fists, because that would explain to the cops where he got these marks. And you'll love this. DC here. So when he gets to the cop shop and he's being interrogated, right, and he's got these marks and stuff all over his arms, he doesn't want the cops to see it. So he goes, "Oh man, I'm cold, I'm freezing." So they give him a little blankie, a towel, and then he kind of like slicks it over his arms and slowly, tries to hide it from them.
How you doing? I mean, is there anything I can get? You're freezing? Yeah.
Oh, because he's a genius. As is always the way with these types of murderers, there's always a dude having an affair with some hooker. And this DC isn't any different. He was actually having an affair with this hooker. When the cops asked him, "Hey man," that DC said, No. "Oh, I got a friend, but, that's about all."
Had you seen anyone else outside of your wife in Atlantic Way?
No, Tara in Florida, I've talked to her a ton lately, but...
And what's with that? I mean,
just a friend, somebody talking.
Because you see, genius here crossed his little bald fingers and little bald toes, hoping that the police wouldn't go through his laptop or his phone because, he hadn't watched any true crime at all. Because everyone knows cops never do that kind of stuff. Cops never check phones or laptops or computers or cameras. Yeah, not cops. So anyway, the cops go through his phone, camera, his laptop, so all that crossing of the bald toes and the fingers didn't work, and they found all this stuff.
On the camera and being recorded.
Where are we?
We are in Hawaii.
Sweet day. Being bad.
Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. Being bad. DCAdmin. My own home video of naked Tara.
So anyway, just wanted to say I love you, and as you can hear, what's funny is you are messaging me now. Said,
coincidentally, the day before, his family was murdered by some stranger. He received another threat saying that his family was going to be killed. You bald-headed snowflake pervert with a very, very small penis, or something along those lines anyway. Now, what about those other emails and all these other threats that were sent to him? Well, the police actually, when they went through his computer, found that he was sending them to himself. He was using his own computer to send himself emails. Another one is that his wife actually sent her friends a text, which is always bad for a murderer, when the missus goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, if I end up dying, then my husband definitely did it." And here's the genius's biggest idea that he just seemed to have missed, is that, you see, the night before they were found, he murdered his family, right? And then sets up the house, stages it all, and then takes off to the gym in the morning. The big bombshell here for Chris is that he has watched no CSI whatsoever. And he doesn't know that now science has moved so far ahead, we can actually tell roughly within 15 minutes the time of death. So now the cops know for sure that she was dead, that family was dead, before the dumb criminal went to the gym that morning to play with himself. So the cops know this, and they hit him up about, "Well, did you kill her? Was she alive?"
When you left the house this morning, was your wife alive?
Right now, genius here is shitting his pants right now after this question, and he's gone, "Oh fuck, how did I get away with this?" Anyway, listen to this fucking idiot.
Oh yeah. That's right. What would you say if I told you that I don't think she was?
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I think she was.
But I am doubting that she was alive when you left this morning. What we have are different ways to tell how long a person's been deceased. That was done. And what do you think that showed?
I don't know. I guess the time frame when I was gone. I mean,
no, you guys wrong. Chris, we need to get this resolved. Okay? You can't argue with physical evidence.
I'm not trying to argue with it.
All right. What I'm telling you is there is no other explanation. There's no other...
I mean, no CSI whatsoever. Now the cops know for sure that she was dead, that family was dead, before the dumb criminal went to the gym that morning to play with himself. And you gotta love this. This is his dad, right? This is his father. And he's a man of the cloth. Yeah, he's a preacher. His son is the preacher's son. Of course, the prodigal son. Now dig this. He says that it's his wife that actually caused the affair. Now, listen to this.
Tara was just meeting a need that Sherry at the time wasn't taken care of. Every man's got his desires, and every man has to be respected. It's built into every man. If your wife doesn't respect you, then you're going to find respect someplace else. Just at that short, brief time, she had stepped back from doing her job as a wife.
The apple does not fall far from this pervert's tree. What I love least of all is that his mum's quote that unless they can prove it, she's not going to believe it.
Believe he's innocent. And until it comes out his mouth and somebody can prove it, I don't believe he did it.
Because it looks like dumb is hereditary. You have to love his old man. You have to love his old man, the preacher pervert, because he says that Chrissy, his prodigal son, was actually trying to get away from this hooker, but the hooker and her hairy lasso roped him in tight and couldn't get away from her because, because he really wanted to, because he really hated her.
Anyway, just wanted to say I love you, and as you can hear, what's funny is you are messaging me now. Said, show me your picture, say I love my hair today. Look at you.
Chris was actually trying to get away from
Oh, you'll love this as well about the pervert. With the DC taking pictures and videos of his hooker, that he actually swapped them with his dad, the preacher pervert, so his old man could beat off in the shower. You see, this dick, this DC, he was sexting that other chick, Tara. And they got hold of the pics, and it's like, oh my god, look at this clip. No, bro, it's gold. This family doesn't get any better than this. And here's another thing the DC did, was to keep receipts. You see, the spray that was sprayed all around the house, and all these horrible words and so forth. DC just happened to have bought the spray can that the murderer used to spray his house. Oh, what a horrible coincidence, DC. So DC got found guilty, shock and horror, and he got 3 life sentences and put inside. And he's appealing, of course he's appealing, because he didn't do it. Oh, no, he didn't do it. So, while DC's rotting in prison, a reporter from that Crime Watch Daily hits him up. Were you really in love with your wife? Were you really? And of course, his answer is...
Okay, yeah, actually my relationship with my wife at the time of the murders was actually good.
No, they never kissed, never hugged.
But then she hits him back and says, well, the hooker, Tara, she actually said that you had filed for divorce the day before family was murdered.
Correct. That is what she stated, and, I have to, to be honest, that I was, deceiving her and was in the process of moving away from her, Tara, as far as in relationship.
So, anyway, just wanted to say I love you.
Oh, this is gold too. This is gold too. You see, DC, when he was saying that he was being sent all these emails and horrible threats and so forth from the real killer, that he actually videotaped the real killer putting threats inside his mailbox.
You could see a person on the camera with a hooded sweatshirt putting something in the mailbox, but you couldn't identify who it was because of the hooded sweatshirt.
He's out of prison. Miscarriage of justice. This guy is innocent. So, where's the video? And DC replies,
I don't have it. I came back home and from Hawaii and asked Sherry about it, and we looked at it, and I seen the same thing she did, and I did not have a means at the time to download it to a DVR and record.
Here's the thing. How dumb does he expect people to be to believe his stories? Honestly. The man is a genius, a Bond villain. This man, if he is a man, is a genius. And as for the affair that was going on between him and his hooker Tara, this was his reply, that he wasn't into it at all.
Correct. That is what she stated, and I have to, to be honest, that I was, deceiving her and was in the process of moving away from her, Tara, as far as in relationship.
So anyway, just wanted to say I love you.
So as you can see, this dumb criminal, this DC, ticks all the boxes for being a dumb criminal. So we elevate him up to being a dick, a dumbass criminal, because that's exactly what he is. And he's exactly where he should be. It's a shame he wasn't there beforehand, but then we haven't got precog and I'm not Tom Selleck. Truly, Chrissy is a Muppet extraordinaire. You know, I can't actually believe they gave this guy a driver's license. So anyways, that brings us to the end of episode 1 of Dumb Criminal. I hope you liked it. If you did, please click like below and subscribe to the channel, because honestly, we have so many DCs to go through. Oh God, and some of them make this clown look like a genius. Some of them make this clown look like a Bond villain. Stay safe, everyone. And remember, if you're going to do crime, don't, because it really is dumb. And if you do it, you're probably going to end up here, and we're all going to be looking at you, thinking, God, you're dumb. And God bless everyone. God bless. As long as you're not blessing along with this pervert preacher. God bless. Hey, you want to get early access to my videos and more? Then help us out and join us on Patreon. You know, because I hate waiting. Get early access. See you there.